A day trip to Venice, Thomas Frank's press conference and Tottenham's open training session ahead of the Super Cup final on Wednesday. Hi everyone, hope you're well. So game day is tomorrow. Thomas Frank's press conference alongside a Tottenham Hotspur player will take place later on today, 5:45, and then it will be the open training session in front of the media, of course, ahead of this huge game in the Super Cup final here in Italy when Tottenham take on PSG. I am now off to Venice, spending the day in Venice, so I'll see you there. So just taking the boat over to Venice, which should take about 30 minutes. So I'm now a Spurs fan, Gareth, on our way to Venice. Gareth, what have you made of Italy so far?
Yeah, it's been a good trip. The weather's been absolutely class. Really good temperature. Had a lovely pizza last night. We had a nice beer, so no, I can't really complain, Chris. I mean, usually we work Monday and Tuesday, so they have a nice meal last night and on our way to Venice now for the day, and looking forward to tomorrow, obviously going to the game. So no, it's been nice so far.
Now the pasta, the pizza, the ice cream really is something to die for here, isn't it?
Well, we really blended in, didn't we? We went for the old traditional Italian food as well.
Lovely.
So no, the waitress was quite good this as well, quite nice. So no, we had a really good evening, didn't we?
Looking forward to Venice?
Looking forward to it. I've heard a lot about it. Obviously, I want to go and see the canals and St Mark's Square. So no, it's going to be a good day. I'd say I'm obviously in the back of our heads about tomorrow, but it's a nice way to unwind and think about the better. Sometimes obviously Spurs is massive, but also to enjoy some downtime as well, isn't it?
A lot of films have been made here, including a very famous James Bond scene, which will...
That is one of the reasons I want to see the canals. I think that was in Casino Royale, and then the start of the Quantum of Solace, was it?
Yeah.
I think Quantum of Solace.
Are you looking forward to the game tomorrow?
Well, it's going to be a massive test against PSG. Obviously, there's a lot going on at the club at the minute. I would probably say we're a bit underprepared, but look, it's a one-off game. We've seen Liverpool were massive favourites against Crystal Palace on Sunday in the Community Shield, and Crystal Palace won. And look, the beauty of these games is it's only 90 minutes. You would fancy if it was 120 minutes, PSG would be even more strong favourites. But reality is, if you keep it tight, don't concede, good chance you can get the penalties and maybe even nick it. So look, for Spurs, it's really all about winning. Would we rather see us lifting the trophy if it means we have to defend and dig deep and stick together like we did in Bilbao? Absolutely. Nobody talks about our performance in Bilbao. Everyone talks about winning the competition, and tomorrow's all about winning.
Right, we'll see you in Venice. So here we are in Venice. Just been told there's over 100 churches here and over 400 bridges. So Gareth, who are going to be the key players for Spurs on Wednesday evening and the key players for PSG?
Well, I think from our point of view, I think the goalkeeper's going to be important. We can't afford any mistakes at the back. We got away with one in the final. We've Enquiries, we've Van de Ven, who saved us in the line. Of course, Romero and Van de Ven were absolutely brilliant in the final. And as it says, we need Romero to have one of his better games and not one of the games where he lacks concentration. I think Romero and Van de Ven, though, you feel confident. I always think Romero plays better when Van de Ven's available. So I think defensively in that area, the two centre backs were strong. I think Pedro Porro is going to be in for a real test against Kvaratskhelia. We know Porro is very good going forward, but I think most of his work tomorrow is going to be defensive, and he needs to be able to try and control that left side because Kvaratskhelia has been running fullbacks. Well, he's been running them ragged all season, really, last year. So the only thing from a Spurs point of view that's going to be important is that PSG would expect a bit of rustiness, Chris, because they're only just back in training. It shouldn't be the peak PSG that played Inter Milan in the final.
Yeah.
But we have to be prepared for the best version of PSG. I think it's a big night for Jed Spence. I do think he's one of those fullbacks, funny enough, that prefers the opposite side. He seems to play better for Spurs when he's at left back. But of course, that's an area we need to look at to strengthen. Midfield's going to be important. Paulina's going to have to break up the play as much as possible. Give away the fouls that maybe you get away with getting the yellow card. If he gets booked early on, it's going to be a long night for him. I would say Rodri's the best in the business, like giving away the clever free kicks, avoiding yellow cards, and eventually after 5 tackles gets a yellow card. So it's about making sure we don't give anything silly away there. We need a big game from Sarr, because I think Sarr's probably going to be the most advanced midfielder I would expect at Bentancur, and beside Paulina and Sarr maybe give a bit more license to join in, especially in the counter-attack. And we know he's got an eye for a goal. It's a big night for Richarlison, Chris. If Solanke's not fit to start, this is possibly his last chance to impress Thomas Frank, because there is rumours that he could be looking to bring in another striker, and you'd imagine Richarlison would be the one to make way. So look, Richarlison can silence some of the fans if he scores a winning goal tomorrow night. Then we'll hear the Richie song.
So talking about goalkeepers, Donnarumma, of course, is not in the squad for PSG, and no Neves either.
Yeah, I think they're obviously two big players for PSG. Donnarumma in the Champions League last year was one of the players of the season. You look at them big saves against Liverpool, the big saves against Arsenal. But if you read a lot of the French media, that he makes a lot of mistakes in games that maybe the English fans don't see as much. So yeah. I mean, PSG know what they're doing. If they're letting them go for roughly 30 million euros, then they must feel they can get someone better. But purely from a Spurs point of view, if it goes to a penalty shootout, you would rather play against PSG without Donnarumma because of his record, as you well know, Chris, saving penalties for Italy as well. He's a tough man to beat over 12 yards from a spot. So Neves, but like I said with Rodri there at Man City, he's like the connector, isn't he? He connects defence, the midfield, the attack. He keeps everything ticking along. Always tries to play forward, never really gives the ball away. So that'll be a big loss for them. But they still have a lot of quality. Chris Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia, Desiree Doué, Ousmane Dembele, Barcola can't even get in the team. This is the kind of quality they've got, and their fullbacks is probably the two best fullbacks in the league or in the European football last year. Hakimi's a massive threat going forward, and so is Nuno Mendes.
Best team in the world right now,
no question. I know there was I know they had a bad night against Chelsea in the Club World Cup, but it was a long season for them. My only hope is we don't see the best version of PSG, because I think if PSG turn up, doesn't matter who they're playing tomorrow night, it will be a tough game for anyone.
Right, Gareth, let's go and see a little bit more of Venice. So you can't really come to Venice and not go on a gondola. It is expensive though, 30 minutes, 90 euros. So you wait at one of these gondola stops. Gareth, are you excited?
Absolutely. Balls on Chris. Get me in the water.
Johnson again, ole ole. So the exact number of bridges in Venice, 428. Well, expensive at €3 a minute on a gondola, but well worth it. You've got to do it. You've got to go on a gondola when you're here.
Vieni Carlo, vieni.
So as I mentioned earlier, 428 bridges and over 100 churches. The weather is absolutely roasting hot here, and there is nothing better than an ice cold beer. Cheers. So Gareth, we spoke about the pizza, the pasta, the ice cream. You've got a slice of pizza here. What do you make of it?
It's nice, but it's expensive, isn't it, Chris?
Everything is expensive here in Venice. Probably not a good review for Venice, but it is expensive.
It's a nice place, but it has a lot of money. Like we run this shop there now, and it was €5 just for one slice of the pizza.
Yep.
So we worked it out. It would have cost €50 for the full pizza.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely mad. Yeah, a beer is about what? 8 to €12 for a beer.
Yep.
A cheap one's €8. But you can pay anything. We run a funny stuff for this one. Me and Harry went, Chris was saying about earlier on, me and Harry went to look at a menu for lunch. Ham and cheese with a bottle of Peroni, €40.
Very expensive. But we're enjoying the sun here. So I've had the pasta in the last couple of days, tried the pizza today, and now got the ice cream. Absolutely delicious. Now, whilst I've been on the boat travelling back to my resort from Venice, Thomas Frank, goalkeeper Vicario, and defender Ben Davies have all been in a press conference talking about the PSG game, which of course takes place tomorrow night. This is what all three of them had to say.
Vic, obviously being in your hometown for a Super Cup final must be a very proud moment. And for Ben, obviously Spurs have lost their captain. I mean, how do you experience guys kind of step up now and fill that void?
Yeah, of course, personal-wise it's an emotional day, of course, but then as soon as we go close to kick off, emotions has to stay apart. We need to be really ready, really focused on what we have to deliver tomorrow night on the pitch. It will be an amazing game, and we need to be ready to win.
Yeah, of course. Over the summer, having lost Sonny, who was a big part of the dressing room and obviously a huge player for us on the pitch, we're definitely going to feel his loss. But ultimately, the senior guys in this team have to be there to support everyone. We have to try and make sure that we allow everyone to stand up and show that the player they are and the person they are. And I think we have a good group here that is prepared for anything.
Yeah, just on it, please.
Guillermo, Spanish, please.
Good afternoon, Guillermo.
You
You are one of the models to follow at Tottenham. Could you maybe tell us a little bit about a couple of things that you ask your teammates, not just for tomorrow, but for any single game?
Yeah, of course, is how can I say? For my teammates, yeah, of course, I'm one of the oldest players in the dressing room, you know. So now is the moment to step up, and is the moment to take some responsibilities, of course, during the season. And yeah, but I see a group of lads are really ready to fight and to commit all together. So I don't want to give them many, advice, but just to have the really good mindset all together, just to drive this team to the best version possible we can achieve. And we need to start from tomorrow night to do it, to deliver, because I think all together we can do and achieve great things.
Yeah, just in the middle here, please.
reach me.
I'll try like this. Hi, Vic. Hi, Ben. Question for Vic first. Donnarumma's not playing, we've heard, your compatriot. Is that a good thing for Tottenham? Is it an advantage? And for Ben, you're playing one of the most attacking teams in Europe. It's so hard to score against them or to defend. Your thoughts on the job at hand tomorrow night?
Of course, I knew about Gigi. Of course, today is not in the squad. I can just say he is my captain in the national team. I have just good feelings and a good relationship with him. It's up to him and his club to find the best way possible for his future. I just can wish him all the best.
And with regards to PSG, I think it's quite clear we're playing against one of the best teams in world football right now. They have so much talent all across the pitch, and it's definitely going to be a challenge. But I think over the summer we saw that whilst they played some incredible games, they're not unbeatable, they're not invincible, and we have to take some confidence from that and try and put our best foot forward to win the game tomorrow.
A question for Ben. Charlie Wyatt from The Sun. You've been here 11 years now, and you've obviously played under a few managers, and you had a few weeks to sort of work under Thomas. What's the biggest difference you've noticed with him compared to the other managers?
He's come in and he's brought a lot of energy. It can't have been an easy time to come into the club after last season, but the boys have really enjoyed working under him. He's come in and really put some good training sessions on. We've worked a lot on the team structure, the little details around the game that we feel that we can improve, and so far it's been really exciting. We've only had a couple of weeks, but we're really hoping that the work we've put in will pay dividends tomorrow night.
George.
Hi there. A question for both of you. George from Press Association. This group now knows what it takes to win a trophy, and you've obviously got a chance tomorrow. But in terms of this season as a whole, how kind of keen is the squad to kick on and win more trophies and not just kind of settle for being a top 5 club that competes in the Champions League?
Yeah, well, of course we set the tone. Of course we want ourselves to repeat, but to do it again, because we tasted the feeling, and this feeling is amazing. So we want to do it again, and we have an opportunity tomorrow night again. Once we have a European final, and we are there because we earned the right to be here to play against PSG. And of course we want to do it, but football and sports, it's all about winning and losing. So sometimes it's hard that you don't have, you're not a magician, and sometimes you cannot find properly like the right receipt how to win, but it's up to us to believe in something, and we have to do it all together. We have to follow very strictly which are the instructions for the manager. We really believe in Thomas and in how we can improve all together as a team, as a collective. This is I think it can set a tone again if we want to be successful.
I think what Vic said is right. Once you get that initial feeling, you really do have that desire and that hunger within this group that wants to do it again. We had our time of enjoying the results from last year, but I think everybody's focus this season is that we're in a number of competitions. There are trophies at stake, and it starts tomorrow night.
Just down here, please.
Question is for Vicario. So playing at home is gives you good feelings. You might be proud to be playing this important final in Italy. But the question is about your opponent's attackers. How difficult it is to stand to play a team that scored so many goals last year. How do you think you can counter the attack, your opponent's attack? Well, clearly we are very much aware of the level of PSG. Not only the attackers, not only their forwards, but the whole team. There's nothing new. We've seen what they did last year. They achieved something incredible, and therefore we must focus on teamwork. We must be a team, work all together, and we will need everyone's effort. Those who are fielded straight away, those who will be sent on during the match, the fans, everyone. We know that we must work together if we want to win tomorrow.
Hi guys, it's Jay Harris from The Athletic. I've got a question for you, Vic. I just wanted to know, has Thomas Frank asked you to do anything differently over the summer, and particularly in terms of on the ball and goal kicks?
Yeah, something has changed. Of course, I need to be, really ready. I look to read which is the situation that it presents in front of me. Sometimes it's about to build up from the back and to play short. Sometimes it's to go long. So it's a kind of different approach to what I was used to have over the last 2 seasons. But the important thing is it's useful for the team and to achieve a good result. Also, if I can impact in this way.
Last question with Tom, please.
Tom Walnut for the Times. Ben, on a similar theme, we saw under the previous manager, even against kind of the biggest and best teams, a very front foot approach all the time. Can we expect to see Spurs in these kinds of games be a bit more tactically flexible, a bit more cautious perhaps?
I'm not necessarily sure cautious is the right word, but I think we're definitely going to have a different game plan depending on the opposition this season, and that starts tomorrow. I'm not going to stand here and tell you exactly what our plan is for the game, but we feel like we've trained and prepared to put our best foot forward and put the best performance out there to beat PSG. And we've put the work in, so we hope that it pays off in the game.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Trophy after all those years. I mean, is there more pressure on you now because it's a final, and in this final you can't play unless you've won a European trophy before then?
I think for the club, for the team, for me, for everyone involved in Tottenham Hotspur is a massive game. Great challenge, even bigger opportunity. I see it as the way my brain works is I see opportunities instead of pressure or whatever. So for me, massive opportunity, and we will definitely embrace it, and we will give everything.
Thomas, right at the back of the room. John Murray from the BBC. Ben Davis was just saying that you've worked a lot on the structure of the team. I just wonder, can you expand on that? Give us a bit of detail. What is it that you are looking to achieve?
Yeah, I think that's not only for this game. It's over the course of the pre-season. I'm a big believer of principles and structure in the team, offensively and defensively. So for me, there needs to be clear structure in, let's say, phase 1 and phase 2. When we're building up and want to control the game, and also in phase 3 where we want to score, and then of course the other way around in high pressure, middle pressure, and defending the box. So that we'll work on. Hopefully it's perfect tomorrow. We are playing an OK team that did reasonably well last year, but that we are ready for.
Hi there, Thomas. Injury-wise, just want to check if there's any fresh ones, and also we've seen Solanke, Udogie and Dragusin have come along. Any of those able to play any part in the game?
No, so the players that have the little bit longer terms are here for backing the team and being part of the group. Dom is the positive one. He's available for selection tomorrow, so that's very good. Destiny is closer and getting closer to train with the group. So those are the two big ones. And then Bissouma is not traveled with the team because of disciplinary reasons.
Buenas tardes, Tomás. Sebastián Murcia para la Popular Sport. Ahora mismo, ¿qué tan importante es para usted el internacional argentino Cuti Romero y qué cree usted que él le puede aportar a un partido como el de mañana con su ambición y experiencia que él maneja dentro del campo? Gracias.
Someone going to...
No translation.
No, nothing here. I think I understood that Christian Romero is going to be very important and experienced player for the team. You need to tell me if there's anything else in the question. But Christian Romero is going to be very, very big and important player for us tomorrow. He's a player that have been in big finals and won them. So we know definitely how he does, how we do that, and that'll be a big help. I think very important that these players, of course, just like the PSG players, but just my players, our players, they just won a big trophy. I can't remember 6-7 weeks ago. So I had a fantastic experience of doing that, and they want to win more. It was a great feeling. Everything I heard about it, everything I've seen, fantastic experience. So the players will be ready, but of course, Romeo will be crucial.
Hello, I want to ask about Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. What can you say about him, about his personality? Do you have any special plan against him, any special plan to stop Kvaratskhelia? Thank you.
I could say a few things, but probably not allowed to just kick him down. But he's a special player, unique talent. I think the way he drives with the ball and his one skills is exceptional. Follow him in quite a while, both in Naples and with the national team, and of course now here in PSG. So, but with all due respect, he's also just a human, a very good player, and we have good defenders and we have a good plan. So I'm comfortable that we can keep him quiet enough. Of course, it is impossible to keep him totally quiet.
Bonjour coach, en français si possible.
Let me see if it works.
Can I ask in French, please?
It's better now here. This one here.
Tottenham a repris
Question
l'entraînement
in
il y a
French.
plusieurs
So
semaines. Vous avez même
Tottenham started
disputé
training a
quelques
couple
matchs
of weeks
amicaux.
ago. You've actually had a couple of
PSG n'a
friendly
repris
games
que la
as
semaine
well.
dernière et n'a
But
pas
PSG
disputé de
only
match
started
depuis plus d'un
training
mois.
last
Est-ce que
week and
cela est
they've
un
been off for a
avantage selon
month.
vous pour
Do
demain?
you think that this is an advantage for you?
I think, of course, we have had a more normal pre-season, which is, I think every coach would prefer a normal pre-season to lead into an important game or the first game of the season. So in that way, it can be an advantage. The flip side, I'm always quite pragmatic because there's pros and cons in every aspect, and they have had a long season. And also, they also played a lot of games recently. I can't remember how many weeks it is. Maybe 4 weeks ago. So that is definitely still in the body. And now they got that freshness back, which is so important to play these games. So it will be a competitive games. There'll be pros and cons for both teams tomorrow.
Hi, Thomas. Over here.
Oh, yeah, thank
you. You mentioned Basuma's not here for disciplinary reasons. Can you expand upon that and explain to us why that is the case? And secondly, it seems like quite a few things are up in the air with the squad at the moment. How I know you've got tomorrow in mind in terms of the game. How ready are you for the start of the season?
We've started with Basuma first. He's been late several times. And now this time, the latest time was just one too many. I think with everything, you need to give your players a lot of love. Also have demands, and also need to be consequences. And this time there was a consequence for that. I think I got a good team, good squad. Of course, there's transfer window. It's we are definitely, how can you say, in the market, and we'll do everything we can to make the best possible and strongest squad ready for the 1st of September. So there's a few things in the air, as you say, along the way. But the last 2 days, so we trained, what is it, I lost track of time. It's been a lot of days traveling back. What are we today? Tuesday? Yeah, so Sunday, Monday, 2 top trainings at the training ground. Nice, fresh, light training, and then be ready for tomorrow.
Hi Thomas, Nick Ames from The Guardian. following on a bit from the question just now, this is obviously as big a test as it gets, really. And obviously, your squad maybe isn't quite where you'll want it to be in a few weeks' time. Is this the right time for you to have this test? Or would you rather...
If it's what, sorry?
Is this the right time for you to have this test against PSG? Would you rather it's coming at a different time?
I think it's right time is now, so we need to be ready. I can't postpone it 6 weeks unless you have a plan for that. So for me, it's now. It's right time. We're ready. Of course, I think it's fair to say that they're probably a little bit further down the line in terms of their highest performance level. I am 100% sure and convinced it will be very super competitive tomorrow in the game. But of course, over a whole season, I think they probably in a better place to perform better. But in one game, we'll be ready.
Hi, Thomas. Charlie White from The Sun. You mentioned about bringing some players in potentially. What do you think of Ebere Eze at Palace, and would you like him to sign for Tottenham?
I think there's a lot of good players out there. There's also a few from the PSG team, but I don't think we can buy them right now. So in general, players in or players out, I'm only speaking about either something done or not done. So in general, I speak about my own players.
Hello, coach. Radek Silmajer, Czech Republic. I know you are not a goalkeeper coach, but I have a question for you about Antonín Kinský. Have you already had the opportunity to meet the player, and have you thought about his future at the club? Because in our country there are some rumors that he's maybe going somewhere, but I just wanted to know your answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good question. Antonín Kinský, I think, is a very good goalkeeper. Very pleased with him. I think we are privileged to have three good goalkeepers in Vicario and Anthony and Brendan, and there's good competition. Last year, clearly, we needed two keepers. We needed actually all three keepers. Was it 4 keepers? We need, I don't know exactly, 4. Yeah. So we need good keepers in the squad. I think Anthony, in my opinion, have a great future ahead of him. I really see a big potential in him. So for me, he's clearly a Tottenham player also this season.
Jay. Hi Thomas, Jay from The Athletic. What does Basuma have to do from this point on to build bridges with yourself and the squad? And then also, have you decided on who the captain will be and the members of the leadership group?
For me, there's been, how can I say, it's been a consequence, and that's for this trip, and then I follow up when I come home on that. And I park it now because there's a relatively important game for tomorrow. The captain will be announced for the squad tomorrow, so you will see that, and the leadership group will be named in the end of this month.
Final question, please.
Hello, Frank. Chena from Ava Media. In PSG, there's so many players nominated for Ballon d'Or this year. Any particular player, like for you, deserve more than the others? Thank you.
I understand there's a lot of players that is in the list. Is almost back to the Barcelona days. I think there was a year under Pep where I think was 6 or 7 players was named among the 10 best players in the world. So I think that's also add to the magnitude of the challenge we have ahead of us tomorrow. That is a world-class team with world-class players in basically every position. I could name a lot. I think all of them have had a strong season in every aspect. So probably not have a favorite right now if I'm doing the political answer in that.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And the second press conference with Paris Saint-Germain will start at 8:15. See you shortly. Thank you.
See you guys.
Rebound away, that's it. 2 inside. Pushes on that. Come with me, split yourself. yourself up. We're starting on the white cones here. Should be 3 5s and 1 4. 3 5s and 1 4. Let's go, nice and quick. Rodri, you join the back of that one there. Okay, let's go. Into a skip, lad. Work your arms over. Anything you want. Jog back in.
Behind the goal, yeah? Yeah, behind the LEDs, whatever.
This time it's lateral. Arms overhead. There on back.
Okay?
Good. Next time through, lads, it's that karaoke. There on back. Really loosen those hips up. It's the same again, but that back leg comes up and over now. Big punch. Work the same on the way back.
Okay, let's establish this line, please, at the limit, okay?
Okay, jockey forward, 2 one way, 2 the other, push off that inside toe. Come round, you're going to jockey backwards. Jockey back in, good. Okay, one big stride out, let's go. This time, as soon as you touch that cone, it's a back track all the way through. Nice and gentle as you work back in. Before it changes direction, just one push off the right, one push off the left. Oh, good, lads. Okay, just work yourself down to these blues here. We've got a few reps on here. To start off, high knees, nice and sharp, only to the white. Good. Nice and easy. Next time, side on, lateral shuffle, big push off the back leg. Side on, good, good. Stay nice and low. Same again, opposite way. Good, lads, good. Next time through, from the blue to the white. Enquiries, and then just stride through now. Good. Just gentle, just open yourself up, feel free. Nice and leg, go back into the ground. This time it's a bound from blue to white, height and distance, minimal contact time, and then just strike through there. Okay, last little bit. We've got 5 blue flats, so you're starting on a blue flat. There's 5 groups now instead of 4, so we can put an extra one in. Everyone else just behind the white line. So you're facing me. Someone can go in on that blue. So facing me, I'll give you the shout. So it's up, turn. When I blow the whistle, drive through to the white. Okay? On the whistle, ready? Up, turn, turn. Wait for it, Kev. Next lot in. Ready? Turn, turn, up. There you go. Up, up. Yes. Love it, lads. Last one, last one. Nice and sharp. Let everyone reload, relax, relax, everyone come through. No, still facing this way, lads. Come on, Jeff. Ready, turn, turn. Good. Up, up, turn. Good. Turn. Turn, up. Good, lads, that's us. Boxing.
Acolo sigur că este combinată, dar ce при премиер-лига ще падна през минутите на Луис Ерике. Това, що Челси го оствари е, може би, начинът како што треба да се игра. Да се притиска моторно на Париж Сен-Жермен, обидот да прават грешки скапите звезди на францускиот првак. Например, продаден француски навијачи, а ќе се Пинејра, што се desilo до тимовите, нема да има италијанско дерби на голови. Карио, што нема да има капитенот за репрезентацијата Донарума, кој што нема да настапи и веќе е ставен на трансфер листа. Нема да игра Джеймс Мэдисон, мозокот на Тоттенхем заради повреда. Топикерите велат, нема да има изненадување. Париж Сен-Жермен ќе згради суперституата и ќе ја добили нови 4 од минатата година. Од Удине, Зоран Николовски.
Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you tomorrow when Spurs take on PSG in the Super Cup final. Come on, you Spurs.
We'll be right back.